Hi Virgo, I'm Lateesha and I am here with your weekly horoscope for August the 12th through August the 18th. And before we get started with that, I have an announcement to make, and that is Miss Kelly is the winner of the giveaway for this past week, and she won a free reading with me, birth chart reading, and that's fantastic. I will be announcing the next giveaway pretty soon, so stay tuned. In the meantime, we open up Sunday of this week with a beautiful Earth Grand Trine, which starts out with you, Virgo. We have the moon on Sunday coming into your sign, and the moon will be having a beautiful conversation with Saturn in Capricorn and with Uranus in Taurus. And that is happening for you. Of course, the moon will be in your first house, your house of self. And then Saturn is in your fifth house of creativity and children. Taurus is in your ninth house of higher education and legal. So for you, this could be a sudden change that is coming. If you have had a legal issue or something happening there, this could be a switch for you, something coming really quickly, and it brings you peace of mind. If you have been trying to get immigration issues worked out, or if you have been trying to go long distance travel and there's been some hiccups, you have Saturn here in your house of creativity. It may be your children who are helping you work through the issue. It may be your children who bring the grounding and stability with this particular change that's coming in. And it brings you a peace of mind, it brings you comfort, it brings you this peace of being at home. Okay, so we have that, and then we also have Jupiter speaking to Neptune in a very beautiful way, and we have Jupiter in Scorpio in your third house of communication, speaking to Neptune in your seventh house. And this is a beautiful conversation, so this could have some bearing on communication between your partner, be it business partner or your romantic partner, and your siblings, close friends, neighbors. And so here is a beautiful camaraderie coming in. It may be that you all come together, you sit down together, you're having dinner on Sunday, you're talking, and some kind of way you get a brilliant idea to work together to start a business, to work together to travel, to take short-term travel somewhere, or to start selling a product. And you have the inspiration. Jupiter is there, Neptune is there. So here are these brilliant ideas coming up as you are communicating and just talking back and forth with each other. All right, so that is something that you can look forward to on Sunday. All right. Also on Sunday we have continuation from last week, which is Mercury in a square to Jupiter. So Mercury is in your 12th house, Jupiter is here in the third house. So there could be maybe some gossip that is coming out, some secrets that come out during conversation, maybe even during this conversation you are having here, sitting with your partner and your cousins and siblings or close neighbors, and some just some gossip comes out about somebody you didn't know, and something like that could happen because Mercury is retrograde. Maybe talking about somebody from the past. Did you know that so and so had this going on, or did you realize that she was doing X? Some kind of something like that may show up. Okay. Then on Monday, we have Capricorn. In the sign of Capricorn, Mars will retrograde back to Capricorn because Mars has been retrograde, but in the sign of Aquarius. So he will push back into Capricorn. And for you, that is happening in your fifth house, and that's with the children. That's with entrepreneurship. That is with your creativity. So if with Mars going retrograde back, you may be reconsidering, do I want to have children? You may have put it off the table. Maybe you and your spouse, said we don't want to have children. But then Mars retrogrades back into Capricorn and you revisit the conversation. Are we sure we don't want to? Or you say you thought you did want to and then you decide you don't want to. You're revisiting what you should do, what actions you should take. Maybe you decided that you wanted to open a business, and then Mars retrogrades back into Capricorn and you make a decision and you are pondering, you're questioning, is this the right time? Is this the type of business that I want to open? I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I thought I wanted to open a jewelry business, but instead I want to focus on shoes. I thought I wanted to do it on Etsy, but then maybe Amazon is better, So these type of things could come up. All right. Then we have coming in on Tuesday, we have Saturn in an exact trine to Uranus. Saturn in Capricorn and Uranus is in Taurus. This is your 5th house and your 9th house in action here. So there is some change that is coming in, perhaps with your children going off to school. And with this trine happening here, this is beautiful because it allows that to be grounded. Maybe your child was trying to get into the university, but there's been issues and you haven't been getting the information, and then Uranus steps in, brings a quick change, the doors open up, and oh my goodness, my son, my daughter is in school. So this is something that could happen with that. If you were going for higher education, you maybe have found you may have been having an issue with having the creativity to write the paper that you needed to write, the essay that you needed to write to be able to get into the school. And then here comes Uranus, Saturn coming in. Uranus gives you the brilliance to write it. Maybe you had to write something longer than what you were accustomed to writing. Uranus gives you that ability because Uranus is all about brilliance and quickness and sharpness. He brings that in for you, and then Saturn solidifies it and you're accepted into the school. It could happen like that. All right. Then we have, on the same day, we have the moon conjunct Libra. This is very beautiful. We have Libra in your 2nd house of finances. So this could open up blessings for you. Venus coming into the 2nd house by herself is bringing you opportunity for your self-esteem to be built up, for you to feel more beautiful. People around you see that you're more beautiful. You yourself, looking in the mirror, you come to this understanding how beautiful you are. And this could be a day where you find that you just want to pamper yourself. With the moon coming in here, you could want to just pamper yourself or pamper your mother. You and your mother go together. Pamper on yourselves, love on yourselves. This is something that could show up here for you. Also, this could be a raise for you coming in with Venus. It could be with the moon here, and then you find comfort with the amount of the raise that you do receive. This is something that could happen here. All right, increased income. That's what we want. So then we have the moon in Scorpio. This is on Thursday, August the 16th. The moon will be moving into Scorpio, but it will be in an opposition with Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So for you, Virgo, Taurus, your sister sign, we have Uranus here in the 9th house, and then we have the moon is in your 3rd house. So with the moon in the 3rd house and then Uranus in the 9th house, here are some questions of communication coming up. So, there could be a quick or sudden change in conversation or plans. Maybe you had planned to take long distance travel with your siblings, and then somebody switches up and then you aren't able to go. With the moon, it could be your mother involved. Your mother doesn't want you to go. Your mother may not want you to go off to school, and so she might try to talk you out of it. You know, this is the house of communication, so there's something going on here where there is a level of frustration that is brought in because something that you want, though, something you are trying to communicate, something you're trying to say regarding these issues, be it sales, be it something with your siblings. There could be an issue between your mother and your siblings, and travel, your mother and siblings, and legal issues going on. But there is a level of frustration that is happening here. Okay. Then on the next day, Friday, on August the 17th, we have the moon conjunct Jupiter, both in the sign of Scorpio, coming together, which is really beautiful because Jupiter brings expansion, the moon brings comfort, and this peace of mind. So you have that in a beautiful aspect to Neptune, which is called a trine, and that's happening in your 7th house. So between the 3rd and the 7th house. So the next day we have some peace coming in from where there was this opposition the next day, the day before, and then so the next day we have good communication coming between you and your partner, your mother, the siblings. There's peace of mind that's coming in here. This is a way that this could show up if there's a business partner involved. You know, there's a peace of mind, there's a nurturing that's happening on the next day. All right, and there is inspiration involved there as well. Some ideas where you have a wake-up call where you're able to work through some issues that you were having previously. Okay, that's all I have for you today, Virgo, and I send you love and light. Have a great week.